Welcome everyone to today's webinar on the role of technology in strengthening in-house legal governance and compliance. Thank you for joining us today for this session. I am Karina and joining me today are Sanjeev, Mohammad Anas and Gopika. Together we represent the team at Beveron Technologies. Today we are excited to explore how technology and AI-powered solutions can strengthen in-house legal governance and compliance by streamlining legal workflows, enhancing risk visibility, and improving compliance tracking and enabling smarter, more strategic legal operations. We are also honored to have our CEO, Mr. Brijesh Shedan, with us today. Mr. Brijesh is a legal tech entrepreneur based in Dubai with over 25 years of expertise in emerging technologies. He is an authority in legal technology consulting with extensive knowledge of technology trends and the practical application in the legal domain. We have planned this session to last approximately 20 to 25 minutes. We appreciate your support and cooperation during this time. Please kindly remain muted throughout the session to ensure a smooth experience for everyone. Now, before we begin, let me quickly walk you through what we'll be covering today. We'll start by understanding why technology is no longer optional for legal departments. Governance and compliance responsibilities are expanding, and digital transformation is becoming essential to manage them effectively. Next, we'll look at the common challenges in house legal teams face today, especially when systems and processes are still manual or fragmented. We'll briefly touch on how growing regulatory requirements are increasing pressure on legal teams and why real time visibility is becoming critical. We'll discuss how limited manpower and increasing workloads impact efficiency and how repetitive administrative work often takes away time from strategic legal responsibilities. Then we'll explore what transforming governance really means, moving from reactive processes to proactive, technology driven oversight. We'll also show you how automation and centralized systems help shift legal teams from traditional tracking methods to smarter, streamlined governance models. After that, we'll introduce Beveron Smart Legal Counsel solution, how it supports in-house teams in strengthening compliance and risk management. We'll also look at the key features and the measurable impact organizations have achieved by implementing a structured legal tech approach. And finally, we'll conclude with how technology can empower your legal team, allowing them to move beyond administrative tasks and play a stronger strategic role within the organization. So, with that overview in mind, let's begin by understanding why technology is becoming central to modern in house legal governance. Now, let's talk about the key challenges that in house legal teams are facing today. The first major challenge is increasing regulatory complexity. Regulations are constantly evolving, and organizations are expected to stay compliant at all times. For legal teams, this means continuous monitoring, documentation, and reporting, which can quickly become overwhelming without the right systems in place. Another challenge is limited resources. Most in house legal departments operate with small teams but growing responsibilities. A lot of time is spent on manual tasks like tracking cases in spreadsheets, managing documents through emails, or following up on compliance updates. So, this reduces the time available for strategic advisory work. We also see governance becoming more demanding. Leadership expects legal teams to provide real time updates, risk insights, and compliance status across departments. When information is scattered across different systems, maintaining transparency and accountability becomes difficult. So, all of these challenges combined create pressure, not just operational pressure, but also risk exposure for the organization. And this is exactly where technology starts becoming part of the solution. Now that we have looked at the overall challenges and the role of technology in strengthening governance, let's take a deeper look at one of the most critical areas, navigating regulatory complexity. To walk us through this important topic, I would like to hand it over to Anas, who will share more insights on how organizations can manage evolving regulations effectively. Thank you. Over to you, Anas.
Thank you, Karina. Hi everyone, I'm Anas. I will be now speaking about the navigating regulatory complexity, one of the biggest challenges for in-house legal teams today. Regulations are not only increasing, but they are also changing frequently. Whether it is industry-specific compliance requirements, data protection laws, or corporate governance standards, legal teams are expected to stay ahead and ensure organization remains compliant at all times. The real challenge is that compliance is no longer a one-year activity. It requires a continuous monitoring, proper documentation, timely reporting, and clear audit trails. When processes are handled manually through emails, spreadsheets, or documented or disconnected systems, it becomes difficult to track updates, identify gaps, or respond quickly to regulatory changes. This increases the risk of missed deadlines, non-compliance penalties, and reputational damage. So, navigating regulatory complexity today is not just about understanding the law. It's about having the right system in the place to manage it effectively and proactively. Another important challenge we need to acknowledge is resource limitation. Most in-house legal teams operate with a relatively small number of professionals, but the responsibilities continue to grow. They are expected to manage contracts, handle disputes, oversee compliance, and support different departments and provide strategic guidance all at the same time. A significant amount of the day is often spent on repetitive administrative work, things like manually tracking cases, organizing documents, sending follow-up emails, and preparing compliance reports can also consume hours. When valuable legal expertise is tied up in routine tasks, it limits the team's ability to focus on higher level strategic initiatives that add real business impact. Over time, this imbalance can lead to delays, increased stress, and even higher compliance risk. So the question becomes, how can legal teams do more with the same resources? And that's where the smarter systems and automation begin to make a real difference. Now that we have discussed the challenges, let us talk about the transformation, specifically transforming governance. Traditionally, governance process in many organizations have been fragmented. Information is stored in different systems, updates are shared over emails, and tracking is often manual. While this may work initially, it becomes inefficient as organization grows. Transforming governance means moving from one reactive and manual approach to a more structured, technological driven model. When operations are digitalized and workflows are automated, everything becomes more visible and traceable. You gain real time insight into case status, compliance progress, pending approvals, and potential risk areas. This shift does not improve efficiency, it strengthens the accountability and transparency across departments. And most importantly, it allows the legal team to move from being process manager to strategic partners who guide business decisions with data backed insights. That's what true governance information looks like: proactive, connected, and technologically enabled. Now that we have discussed transforming governance at a broader level, let us take it one step further and look at what this shift actually means in practice, moving from manual to smart governance. To guide us through this important transition, I would like to hand over it to Gopika. Thank you, and over to you, Gopika.
Thank you, Anas. Hello, everyone. I'm Gopika. Today, we'll share how organization can move from manual process to smart governance for greater efficiency, transparency, and smarter decision making. Let's take this a step further and look at what it really means to move from manual to smart governance. In many organizations, legal tracking still happens through spreadsheet, email threads, and disconnected tools. Information is stored in multiple places, and updates depends on manual follow-ups. This not only slows things, but also increases the chance of error or missed deadlines. That's what we refer to as traditional approach. Reactive, fragmented, and heavily depend on individual remembering to update systems. Smart governance, on the other hand, bring everything into a centralized platform. Workflows are automated, approvals are tracked digitally, and complaint status can be monitored in real time. Instead of chasing information, legal teams have instant visibility. Instead of reacting to issues, they can anticipate and prevent risk. This shift doesn't just improve operational efficiency, it changes the way legal teams contribute to the organization. It allows them to focus more on strategy, advisory roles, and business alignment rather than administrative coordination. That's the real difference between manual governance and smart governance: clarity, control, and confidence. Now that we have discussed the challenges and shift towards smart governance, let me introduce a solution designed specifically to support this transformation: Beveron Smart Legal Counsel. This platform is built to strengthen in-house legal governance by centralizing legal operation into one structured system. Instead of managing requests, cases, contracts, and complaints activities separately, everything can be handled within a unified environment. What makes it powerful is the combination of automation and visibility. Routine workflow can be streamlined. Approvals can be tracked digitally, and company activities can be monitored in real time. It also provides leadership with clear insights. So they are not just asking for updates, they can actually see progress, risk areas, and performance metrics whenever needed. Ultimately, Smart Legal Counsel help legal team shift their focus from administrative coordination to strategic decision making. It's not just about digitalizing process. It's about building a smarter, more accountable governance framework. Now, I would like to hand over to Sanjeev, who will take us through the next topic, core capabilities. Thank you. Over to you, Sanjeev.
Hello everyone, I'm Sanjeev. Let's explore the core capabilities, the skills, processes, and tools that makes the solution effective for in-house legal teams. And the foundation is centralized legal request management. Instead of receiving requests through scattered emails or informal messages, everything is structured, tracked, and prioritized in one place. Another key capability is end-to-end ease and contract management. From initiation to closure, every stage is documented, monitored, and easily accessible. This creates better transparency and stronger control over legal matters. Automated workflows are major strength. Approvals, reminders, and follow-ups happen systematically, reducing manual intervention and minimizing the risk of delays. Compliance tracking and reporting further enhance governance. Legal teams can monitor obligations, maintain audit trails, and generate reports without spending excessive time and compiling information manually. And finally, the real-time dashboard provides visibility to both legal team and leadership, helping them to make informed, data-driven decisions. Together, these capabilities don't just improve efficiency, they build a structured, accountable, and future-ready legal function. Now let's talk about results, because ultimately transformation should lead to measurable impact. Organizations that implemented this approach has been seen significant improvements in efficiency and governance. For example, compliance review time has been reduced substantially, allowing legal teams to respond faster and operate more proactively. When workflows are automated and information is centralized, delays decrease, errors are minimized, and visibility improves across the board. But beyond numbers, the real impact is static. Legal teams gains more time in focus on advisory roles, risk mitigation, and supporting business growth rather than managing administrative follow-ups. Leadership also benefits from better transparency and data-driven insights, which strengthens overall corporate governance. So, the impact is not just operational, it is cultural, strategic. It elevates the role of legal department within the organization. As we come towards conclusion, I would like to focus on what all this truly means. Empowering your legal team. Technology is not here to replace legal expertise. It is here to support it. When routine tasks are automated and information is easily accessible, legal professionals can focus on what they do the best, providing strategic guidance, managing risk, and supporting business growth. Empowering your team gives giving them clarity, structure, and right tools to operate confidently. It reduces stress caused by manual tracking and last-minute compliance checks and instead creates more organized and proactive working environment. It also strengthens collaboration across departments because everyone works within a transparent and accountable framework. This is exactly where Beveron Smart Legal Counsel makes a real difference. It brings together governance, compliance, case management, and workflow automation into the intelligent platform, helping your legal team to operate a greater control, visibility, and efficiency. Ultimately, smart legal governance is about building a legal function that is efficient, forward-looking, and aligned with organization goals. And with this Beveron Smart Legal Counsel in place, the transformation becomes not just possible but practical, measurable, and sustainable. We appreciate your participation today. Now it's time for your feedback. You may kindly fill the feedback form sent you in the comment box. Please feel free to visit our website for more details or resources on Smart Legal Counsel softwares.
Thank you for joining us today for our webinar on the role of technology in strengthening in-house legal governance and compliance. We hope you found the insights valuable and inspiring. We appreciate your time and participation. We look forward to your participation in our future webinars. Please remember to fill out the feedback form as it will help us to provide more informative topics in the future. Thank you all once again.